So what is Project Lightbrations and how can you help bring this vision to life? In less than 60 seconds for those that want to get straight to the damn point. So in the first phase of Project Lightbrations, we have three focuses. The first is to help harmonize the way those going through traumatic experiences experience the volunteer and the sponsor. The second is to help make volunteering affordable to the average person. It shouldn't cost you an arm and a damn leg in order to volunteer. The third focus is to help bring the volunteering experience into the comfort of the sponsor's home so that the sponsor can see firsthand how their financial assistance is being utilized. So there are two ways to help in the first phase of Project Lightbrations. So the first way that you can help is financials, because in this day and age, trying to create a project of this nature from the ground up is not very successful without the proper backing of financials. Did I say that right? The second way that you can help is if any of these ideas resonate with you, feel free to reach out so together we can co-collaborate to help bring this vision to life. Because in order for this project to be successful, it's going to take a collaboration of ideas and a team effort. Great morning, great evening, good afternoon, depending where you're at on this beautiful planet, on this amazing universe. Welcome to Project Lightbrations, where together we get to bring hope into hostile lands. I am Mark Anthony Sanchez, and I thank you for pushing play on this video and allowing me to share my vision on how I went from hospitality to hostile lands. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm learning as I go. I've never done a project of this nature, but what I do feel and know is that this vision is being divinely guided. So I'm going to put my faith and trust in this process because deep down inside, I know that this is going to take a team effort. So any ideas, advice, or any ways of helping this project run smoother is more than welcomed. So there are three key objectives that we would like to harmonize in the first phase of Project Lightbrations. So the first objective and dearest to my heart is to help harmonize the way those in need experience the volunteer. Now, what do I mean by that? So along with the task at hand like serving food, sanitation, rebuilding, or any other duty that is needed, a Lightbrations volunteer will be trained in providing mental support, spiritual support, and emotional support. It is our mission to ensure that those in need feel loved, inspired, and empowered. So when we leave their presence, they no longer feel like a victim of their circumstances. So the second objective we would like to harmonize is to make it more affordable for the average person to volunteer. Why does it have to cost an arm or a leg in order to help uplift humanity? Believe it or not, the price range averages anywhere from $300 to $2,200 a week, depending on which part of the world you decide to volunteer in. I don't feel like I should have to sell a kidney on the black market in order to do this. And that's not including the time away from work. And that's assuming your boss honors your request. And that's a totally different story. Like, what kind of world have we built for ourselves? I guess it's safe to say that it's not that we don't want to volunteer, but with the current model, it's almost close to impossible to afford it. So together, we get to create a solution through Project Lightbrations. So the third objective we would like to harmonize in Project Lightbrations is to help enhance the experience for the sponsor. Now, what do I mean by that? Right, with the technology we have today, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, Telegram, it is possible to help bring the volunteering experience into the comfort of the home of the sponsor. With that type of experience, the sponsor will get to see firsthand how their financial assistance is being utilized. They'll get to see what it's like to be in the field with those that are going through traumatic experiences. It will also help enhance the relationship and the bond between those in need, volunteer, and the sponsor. The days of getting the letter in the mail with the picture is over, since technology is able to bring you in the moment in real time. Now, you could go ahead and probably still get the letter and the picture in the mail, but with the current gas prices, that might be a little pricey. So digital might be the way you want to go. Now, how cool is that to be able to see the situation in real time, to connect directly with those in need, and be updated on a regular basis by your Lightbrations volunteer? So how did this project come about? Since I can remember, I've always loved helping people. If a friend needed an ear, I listened. If a classmate needed to up their grades, I stepped in. If a coworker was having a bad day, I stepped in. If somebody was getting bullied, I stepped in. I got in more trouble for sticking up for those getting bullied than the bully did for bullying them. Why does it seem the bullies are never held accountable for their shitty ways, right? If that wasn't enough for me to realize what my calling was, I would constantly hear things like, wow, your energy is magnetic. You really know how to create an experience that's unforgettable. Anytime we leave your section, you leave me feeling more joyous, which allowed me to create a long list of regular guests and my job as a hospitality agent. Okay, that's just a fancy word for server, and I just wanted to sound cool, guys. I was a little ashamed of that job at times. Let's fast forward to 2015, right? My life is unraveling fast. I'm overweight, 180 pounds, pre-diabetic. My grandpa passed away from diabetes, so that scared the shit out of me, right? I have anxiety, I'm depressed, I'm in the bars all the time, drinking my life away. I'm addicted to alcohol, and I'm sleeping with multiple women on a regular basis. My life is just in shambles. Not to mention, I was hating my job as a hospitality agent, aka a server, and I was ashamed of that shit also. But I knew that was something inside that I had to take care of, and I had to make a change, and so I decided to. Once I started making changes, the people started to notice that they weren't temporary. They started to ask me, what is it that you're doing? How did you do it? And can you show me? And so I started to show people for free $99. Yes, I wasn't confident enough to start charging at that time, right? But that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Then 2020 hits, the world shuts down, right? Toilet paper's flying off the shelf. I lost the love of my life at the time. My job was ripped from me. Okay, maybe that's a little dramatic, but I did really like her. So I had to ask myself, what am I doing with my life? There's a bunch of people out there going through traumatic experiences, so how do I step up and rise to the occasion to be able to help them? So I took the time while the world was shut down to really invest in myself, to really dig into the books, to dig into the courses, took control and reinvented my life. That helped put me into a position to really help others. Okay, now it's 2022, a bully goes into Ukraine, and you know how I feel about these fuckers. Yes, bullies. I just don't like them, right? So Russia goes into Ukraine and starts blowing shit up. And we've seen this happen time and time again throughout our history, and I think to myself, I would like to make a change that comes from love and not from fear like Russia is demonstrating. Now, because of the global situation in 2020, I was able to connect to a global community. So now I feel that what's happening in Ukraine is happening to humanity as a whole. So one day I'm in my thinking chamber, aka the bathtub. This thought pops into my head. It says, Mark Anthony Sanchez, I have a mission for you. Okay. No, it did not sound like that, and thank God that it didn't, because if it did, it would have scared the shit out of me. I would have hopped out of that tub, out the door and into the streets, and probably be arrested for indecent exposure. So I'm happy that it was a little more subtle, like, Mark, why don't you put together a team of like-minded individuals? Create a plan that'll send you out to Ukraine or a surrounding country. Get in with an existing nonprofit organization. Learn the ins, the outs, the do's, the don'ts, and start to build your own organization from the ground up. This organization should help those in need feel loved, inspired, and empowered. It should also help make volunteering more affordable for the average person. And lastly, it should be able to bring the volunteering experience to those that donate financial assistance. Once again, thank you for your time. Thank you for your generous donations. Thank you for your ideas in advance that are going to help make this project run smoothly. I am Mark Anthony Sanchez, and thank you for helping us bring hope into hostile lands. Much love and light.